Number one, do you believe it's your job to make that person, whoever that is, happy? Number two, do you often find yourself saying yes to that person when you really mean no? Number three, do you resist asking that person to meet your needs because you feel they should already know your needs if they love you? Number four, do you rely on indirect communication? For instance, hints, rather than communicating directly with that person about sensitive issues. Number five, does that person's mood determine your own? For instance, when he or she is up, you're up. When he or she is down, you're down. Number six, are there significant amounts of unresolved conflict or non-verbalized tension in your relationship? Number seven, do you spend large amounts of time obsessing about what that person is thinking, feeling, or doing? And it could be about obsessing about, I wonder how they took that last comment of mine, or I wonder what they're thinking because I forgot to do such and such. Number eight, do you feel as if you're losing your personal identity, that there is little room in the relationship for your individual preferences and opinions? Number nine, are you afraid you will lose that relationship if you disagree with that person? So think about that. And he suggests that if you have one or two yes answers, you might be in an enmeshed relationship, especially if the situations you identified have been going on for over a year. But it's time for you to talk directly to that person about these issues. So it's not, you might not be, it might just be a little glitch in your relationship. 3 or 4 yeses, you are probably in an enmeshed relationship. And you could benefit from developing more and deeper friendships outside of that relationship. Consider working with a therapist to help you grow and change in the areas you identified. But 5 to 9, so 5 to completely, you answered every one yes, you're almost certainly in a seriously enmeshed relationship and experiencing a significant amount of pain and frustration. And he suggests seeing a therapist, benefiting from a relationship-focused 12-step group like Al-Anon, Codependence Anonymous, and to remember that at some time the traits you identified are yours and only you can change them. It's not, these will change if that person quits getting mad, if you understand what I mean. So that's just a little guideline to help prepare you for understanding what enmeshed means. The word itself means twisted or tangled together. Now, you might hear me or other people use other words for enmeshed. How many have heard the word codependent before? Have you heard that word? How many have heard the word dysfunctional before? Most of us are somewhat dysfunctional. I mean, we all have some of these qualities. And so I might interchange enmeshed with codependent and dysfunctional, just because sometimes that fits better than enmeshed. But here's the thing. If your answers have anything to do with your marriage and the way that you are in your marriage, you know that God wants unity. You know that there is a oneness that's supposed to be there in a marriage. However, oneness, to some of us, and it's a misunderstanding we have, is we think oneness means sameness, and that we have to think the same. We have to hold all the same values. We have to enjoy all the same things. Just any number of ways that you think that unity or oneness is supposed to look. And what usually happens, because women are generally made to be more accommodating and relational, and sometimes we give ourselves away. We quit becoming Susie or Carolyn, we quit becoming Debbie, we quit becoming ourselves, in order to have sameness, which we think is unity, in order to be the same as our husband.